Good morning from Phnom Penh here in Cambodia, and today we are exploring this beautiful city for the very first time. We're so excited and we're doing it with something very special.
This has become our favorite way to travel if it's available. But first, let's see if it'll make it up the hill.
It's a big hill. You guys have no idea how happy I am right now to be driving a tuk-tuk once again in a new country. It's so fun.
So we have quite a few things to do today. First stop is we're actually going to stop at a market because we need to get some breakfast as well. So yeah, I think we have a couple markets, a couple sightseeing places, and ending off with a cruise. We heard the beer is very cheap here.
Come on out.
Thanks.
So hopefully our tuk-tuk is still going to be there when we get out of that market. I asked the guy who seems to be a parking attendant. He said it was fine, but it'd be a real bummer to lose our tuk-tuk at stop number 1. So behind me is the famous Central Market. And to be honest, when you look at the building, it kind of doesn't look like the rest of the city. This is an Art Deco style building that was built by a French architect back in the 1930s. And now, well, it's used as a market. Apparently there's several hundreds of merchants inside, and we're gonna go check it out because I'm hungry. Whoa. So the center of the building where the dome is, it goes up 26 meters high, and it's quite impressive, and it has like a beautiful yellow color as well. And there's a clock in the middle, so you always know what time it is.
We officially found the food section. Everything from like ready to eat food to meat and fish and fruits and vegetables. It's all here.
Don't mess around with that lady. Lucy, would you like an octopus though? It's fresh.
Not this morning.
We just found a station of durian. If you've never had it, I highly suggest you taste it. We are not fan. It's either you love it or hate it. It's very popular in this side of the world, but it has such a strong taste. It tastes like caramelized onion. It's very mushy. Anyway, we tasted it in Singapore. We'll link the video down below, but not a fan. Just found a nice little place to eat. I would love to tell you the name, but I can't read it. We ordered, what did you get?
Phnom Penh noodle soup.
And I got some rice noodle soup with beef and an iced green tea. All of that for $6.50 USD, which is a great deal if you ask me. Whoa. Where we're sitting, there's all kinds of very interesting stuff in front of me, like liver, tripe, and some other part of certain animal that I couldn't tell you really.
Oh, that's really good.
I know.
That is good.
It's just deadly for Tracy because she's a little lactose intolerant. There's a lot of milk in that.
Unfortunately.
The flavor of that beef and broth is so good. Overall, like, I'm very skilled with chopstick overall, I think. But for everything that like you need to pick, like a piece of chicken, a piece of sushi or something like that. But when it comes to like very slippery noodles, this is hard. By the time we're done in Cambodia, hopefully I'm going to be a pro.
You know why else I love this? Have you picked it out yet?
It's full of cilantro.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy when you think about cilantro. It's super popular in Asia and in Mexico. How did that happen? It's very far.
Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Well, this was a very good breakfast, and I mean, at that price, you can't go wrong.
So we've been to a lot of markets around the world, but something that we have never seen yet until here is a beauty section. And I mean that in not just product, but in like hair salon. There's a lot here.
If you're into knockoffs and into a good deal, this like Cambodia should be the place for you because the knockoff quality looks so good. I'm very lucky that my wife is not a shoes and purse kind of person because here would be a nightmare for me. We saw earlier a lady bringing a bunch of like donuts. I just found her back. And one like this. Yeah, the tuk-tuk is still there.
They look like Timbits. They're good. But the inside is some type of salty dough.
Really? Oh, okay. Definitely not what I expected. I don't hate it. There is a filling inside that's salty, but the outside is full of sugar. It's weirdly good. This one so far with the sesame seed on it, so good. Like it's the texture of the dough for me, it's perfect.
So welcome to the Royal Palace of Cambodia. So fun fact, the king actually still lives here when he is in the capital, which is kind of neat. But this was built in the 1860s and certain parts have been rebuilt due to conflicts that have occurred in the area.
So it's not allowed to film inside the throne hall, and I'm a good tourist, so I respect it. But as I'm talking to you, I'm looking in, and it's beautiful. Everything is gold-plated everywhere with those beautiful chandelier. If I can find a photo online, I'm gonna put it right here. Did it work? Hopefully. And it's just so funny the amount of AC units that there is in that room. Like, it is insane. It is definitely 2025.
So as you can see behind me, the building is completely different from the rest of the compound. So there's two different versions here of the story. One is saying that it was a gift from Napoleon III, and the other one is saying that his wife lived in it during the opening of the Suez Canal.
So we just entered a compound of the Silver Pagoda and the Temple of the Emerald Crystal Buddha. We just went inside, sadly, another place that I cannot film anything, but it is a small statue which is probably priceless. It's beautiful, full of artifacts. Like, it's worth a visit. It's worth checking it out. So all around the Silver Pagoda, there's this beautiful mural that was painted back in the early 1900s. During the process of restoring it, this was restored there, but then as you go here, you can see this was stopped basically due to the world events. But yeah, so they're still in the process of redoing this entire thing. The length of this mural, that again goes all around, 642 meters. So much detail. The original colors are still so beautiful and vibrant. Like, this is amazing. So the Royal Palace here in Cambodia, highly suggested. It's 10 USD a person. You can pay an extra 10 USD if you want a guide. And just remember, you gotta cover your shoulder and your knees. Shorts like this are fine as long as it's below the knee.
But I'm happy I changed back because it's really hot out today. So if you don't know, when we did this in Sri Lanka, we used tuk-tuk rental and we partnered with the Big Gan here for Cambodia because we love it. We absolutely love it. And if you watch our Sri Lanka series, we know that we named them. Our old one was Roti, who is very missed. But this new guy, his name is Noodle.
You ready, Tracy?
I'm ready.
Let's go. If you've never driven a tuk-tuk in Asia, you're missing out. Like, just add that to your bucket list. Is the best. My other favorite thing is just to see the reaction of locals when they just look at my tuk-tuk and then double check, be like, whoa. I like putting smiles on faces.
One thing we love in Asia is actually the 7-Eleven, so let's go get some drinks. So my favorite is to get these coffees and you just get a cup of ice, and you pour it over top. Iced coffee to go.
And the best part is that it's 90 cents.
Yes.
Thank you. I hate when they do that. They did that to us in Sri Lanka too. I parked the tuk-tuk and like we come out of the store and it wasn't there because they moved it.
It throws me off so bad.
I got scared.
100%.
Best 90 cents you ever spent?
It is. Actually, you know what? The unsweetened one is even better.
Something else very popular at the 7-Eleven in Asia that I've never tried before but apparently is amazing are the grilled cheese. Just get it in the fridge, they heat it up for you. Wow. I mean, really for $1.70. Okay, welcome to Euro Park. So basically this is like a newer development of like luxury, leisure, entertainment, fancy shops, restaurants kind of neighborhood.
Yeah.
It also still has a lot of Christmas decoration even though we are late February.
I would say it doesn't feel like Asia.
No, not at all.
Like even the community we went through, the Star Platinum or
we're
whatever.
standing beside the Big Ben, walking over the Venice Canal.
Beside a Brazilian steakhouse.
And going into the French section. So, oh, and we have the famous Sydney Opera on our right. Yeah. So let's just go check it out. We feel alone here. There's nobody. Oh, there's a security guard there. That's it. We were just kicked out of the middle. I mean, there's nothing, there's no sign or anything saying that it's closed or anything, but apparently we can't be there. But there's like the Eiffel Tower, there's like beautiful buildings all around, but there's nobody. Like it's
empty.
Maybe they didn't launch yet, maybe?
Oh, maybe. That's possible.
I don't know, but it's beautiful. I mean, like this is such a beautiful place to like come on the weekend, have a drink, have some food and just walk around. Like it is a beautiful space, but closed for now. So this place is like amazing. It feels like Epcot in Disney World, but like as much as I want to be here, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. There is nobody around. Maybe it picks up at night because it's too hot during the day.
Or maybe it's brand new, so it's not fully...
Like all the restaurants and shops are open.
There's a weird vibe going on.
But there's nobody. Like if you look at this development, like it's massive. We are just like at the top there in the Euro section, but all of this is like residential development. This guy just has a dog in his tuk-tuk and he's just like, you can tell that this dog is always riding the tuk-tuk. I love it. If you're seeing me driving like that into like crazy traffic and it's like kind of discouraging you of this experience, don't let it, because as soon as you leave the city, it is a very different driving experience. Less people, less crazy and everything. So if that's a better option for you, please do that and just don't drive much in the city. Just take it, leave the city. You'll have a delicious time. Delightful time.
So as much as we are here to have fun and everything like that, there's also an important aspect of learning about the culture and the history of Cambodia. So we currently just arrived at the Cambodia Genocide Museum, and let's go learn some things.
So we highly suggest that you do your own research about what happened here in Cambodia, but here's a little bit of context. Back in 1975 to 1979, this region was taken over by a group called the Khmer Rouge. Where we are right now was originally a high school that was taken over by that group, turned into basically a concentration camp called S21, where over 20,000 people lost their lives. The regime was known to separate families. Many were sent to forced labor, including kids, but the regime was extremely scared of intellectuals. So many doctors, lawyers, members of the clergy, teachers, and even simply people wearing glasses were sent here to their death. Overall, the Khmer Rouge committed some of the most horrific crime in humanity, something that should have never happened. So what happened on this side called S21 is just a tiny part of the sad history of what happened back in the 1970s here in Cambodia. Because on top of this, thousands of more dead and even 2 million people died of famine because of the Khmer Rouge.
The crazy part about all of this is it was fairly recent. Like, this didn't happen 100 years ago, which is very, very sad. But like we said too with the one in Rwanda, is it's important to come to these places and to learn what took place to make sure that we as humans, we never do this again, because it is atrocious and it is horrific, and that is the only words really able to explain it.
At the exit of the museum, there's a bunch of tuk-tuk drivers. They're like, "You need a tuk-tuk?" I'm like, "No, I have my own." They thought it was really funny. All aboard. I have to say, I'm so not confident on where I am allowed to park and where I'm not allowed to park. So we're gonna be gone for a few hours now, so hopefully Noodle is there when we're back. Watch out, it looks a little sketchy. So for our river cruise tonight, we are going on this massive black boat, and our package actually comes with unlimited beer. This is how cheap it is here. Thank you very much. Let me tell you a few interesting facts. First of all, like, we're kind of crossing two rivers that connect together, and one side is brown, one side is blue. It might be a little bit hard to see on the camera, like, but in real life, like, there's really like two different colors. Also, something crazy, you cannot swim in this river because it's filled with piranhas
And crocodiles.
and crocodiles. Sounds dangerous.
So on this side of the river, there's a whole bunch of Vietnamese people. So they actually speak Vietnamese and Cambodian on this side.
Another fun fact about this river, because why not? Well, depending on the season, it flows one way, and then when the tide is higher on the other season, it flows the other way. And when I say like high and low tide, like, it is insane. You look in front where the Vietnamese people are living, like in their village, apparently it goes all the way up to like almost where the houses are, like all the way up the stilts. One last sip, one last sip.
One last sip.
It's crazy, to be honest, because for like an all-inclusive beer cruise,
Yeah.
you think like it'd be complicated, that you have to go to the bar. No. You sit there and they just keep coming. I was like, okay, I gotta be caught off because I have a tuk-tuk to drive.
At some point, it was over half full, and they're still bringing it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, take care.
That was an hour and a half, and like with the sunset, it was stunning. Highly recommend. I'll put them their link down below if you want to do it. Not sponsored, but I highly recommend it. It was $28 Canadian. No, sorry, $24 Canadian per person. All the beer included as well, so that's good. Now, I am very hungry, and there's a night market just that way a little bit, so we're gonna go there. There is no better way to start the day with a market than to end the day with a night market.
We start it and end it the same way.
Because it's the best.
So it seems like, obviously, music going. There's a lot of clothes on this first main section. We'll have to check the outsides. Souvenirs and food, which we are here for, the food. So it's actually really cute. They have this little, what we're gonna call the picnic section. So we're gonna have our food and sit here.
Hi. Just really cool. Like, they just have a bunch of different things, like some meat, spring rolls, snails, and you just pick what you want, put it in a basket, they cook it for you, ready to go.
Thank you.
So Tracy got the fried chicken noodles. She's saying it's delicious. I got some bigger noodles with like pork. By pork, I meant beef, but. So on top of her two noodle dishes, we actually got some side, like you saw me pick. So there's like some dumplings, spring rolls, fried chicken, and snail. So let's try this. For me, it's not as weird as you might expect to eat snail. I'm from the French part of Canada, and in the French culture, like people do eat snail. Normally, it's like with cheese and garlic butter. This is just like snail. It doesn't taste like much. A little like rubbery, but it doesn't have a strong taste of anything. So it's good. I wouldn't get another one. But the spring rolls though, oh, very good. So the food was super good, and everything you saw, 32,000, which is about 8 Canadian dollars. Like great
so what,
deal.
Like 5 US.
Yeah, great deal, delicious, very happy. Right now we are here on a Monday, so it's definitely quiet, but
And it's still
like,
relatively early. I'd say it's like 7:20.
But like, don't worry, like this is not tailored towards like tourists. It's filled with locals, way more locals than tourists. Like you can get a lot of good deals here, I think. Is the Tuk-tuk still there? Is it still there? Yeah! Look at this beautiful piece of engineering.
That's so great. Welcome back to our hotel, and let us show you around because it's really cheap. Welcome to our home away from home. Oh, that's cool. So welcome to our 1-bedroom apartment. We are staying at Soho Residence, and it is 26 USD a night, which is absolutely fantastic. Bathroom, sorry, we've been living in it for like the past 4 or 5 days, so it's a little messy. The big reason why I got this is it has a washing machine. It does have a kitchen to like cook, but it's still cheaper to eat out.
And more delicious.
And then we have the work table there. But then here, we have our bed. And it has 2 ACs, not just one, like because it cuts off with the door, they actually put one on each side of the wall, which is fantastic. I'd say we can't go wrong with this.
Only complaint, the bed is a little stiff. But on the plus side, there's a gym upstairs and a rooftop pool. So I mean, come on. Well, to say that we had a good day would be an understatement. It was a great day. Like Cambodia is a jam.
Day. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's just because, well, actually I don't even know, I didn't look if it's low season or whatnot, but Cambodia really does feel untouched so far from tourism. There are things in place and everything like that, but it really feels like you're immersed into local area.
In terms of comparison, it feels like Thailand, but 10 years ago, like before the massive tourism boom and all the Westerners moving in. Like, to be honest, like, yes, there is tourists. We see them when we walk around, but not that many.
No.
And especially like when you go deeper into the markets and away from like the big monuments and the palace and things like that, there's nobody.
I know.
I love it. Like, it feels like true raw travel, which is my favorite kind of travel. Anyway, so we've got the tuk-tuk. This is day 1 with the tuk-tuk. We have it for almost 2 weeks. We're going on a full road trip around this country. Today we are starting our journey from Phnom Penh here in Cambodia to Siem Reap, and we are gonna take 2 days because we're driving this tuk-tuk. We want to take our time and truly enjoy the journey.
Oh, by the way, we named our tuk-tuk Noodle.
So we just found a little store that sells a bunch of different bail buns and meat and stuff like that. We are craving bail buns, so let's see what they have. Thank you so much.
Okay, so breakfast this morning was 16,000. I was told there was no English, so David went and got it. I stayed in the tuk-tuk. But we have a sandwich here. It looks really good, to be honest. And then 3 bail buns. We think 2 of them are meat. Unsure of the other one.
Let's see.
Let's try them out. Whew. They're hot and fresh. Ow! Ow!
What is it? Mystery meat?
Chicken or pork?
Ooh, it smells. Oh my god, the smell. Mmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
That's good. Look at this beauty. The other bun is like the black bean one, just like black bean puree. It's not as good. The first one was a big success though. The other thing that we got is a Phnom Penh. So it's a very popular street food in Cambodia. I just saw a lady in front of me in line getting one. I was like, I want the same thing. So it's basically like a fresh baguette with some vegetable. They look pickled and there's some pork as well. So let's see. It's really good. But he gave it to me exactly like the lady in front of me. It is spicy. Woo! It's good though. It's like a Cambodian Subway, basically.
Why did I just lick my finger after pushing the spiciness away? It does look really good. I'm scared on the spice, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, babe. That's actually really good. I think I'm breathing fire, but it's very, very good.
It's making me hot, but I could eat that every morning. Yeah, 2 and 2. So now that my mouth is on fire, let's get this show on the road. I always forget the handbrake. Going back into the traffic is always a bit challenging. And we did it! My favorite thing is driving the tuk-tuk around and seeing the reaction of locals. Obviously there's not a lot of foreigners driving a tuk-tuk and it just puts smiles on faces, which is my purpose in life. Tracy, does it put a smile on your face?
It does. This is my favorite kind of travel. I'm gonna be sad. We need a new country now to rent tuk-tuks in.
I know. Where else can we rent a tuk-tuk? That's a good question. Tuk-tuk rental, you gotta expand.
That's what I was gonna say. Quick stop at 7-Eleven before we hit the road because we gotta pick up something which is road trip essential. Perfection. My 3 favorite things at 7-Eleven: the rice triangles, the grilled cheese, which we tried yesterday, which were absolutely great, and the iced coffee. It's great. So I'm going to assume that those are all empty, because even with them being empty, I'm like, how does he go and how does he stop? I'm so confused how that works.
Time for sunscreen. Woo! It's cold! Freezing! Woo!
Snapshot, let's frame this picture. Out of sight, rocket ship like.
So, we need a break, and we found a place to eat. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Driving the tuk-tuk is super fun, but after a few hours, like, whew, I can feel it in my shoulders. Chili? Very hot? Perfect. Just put it in? What else do you put?
Yeah, you put all these.
All of this,
All
a
of
little
it?
bit in it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Sounds great.
You can try this.
Okay.
Wait.
This one's very spicy. Okay. Thank
You
you.
can try a bit.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, I have no idea what we ordered. I just pointed at noodles. There was no English until this little girl came. Her English was actually very good. And she told us to put a little bit of all these greens in it. This is good. Thank you.
Perfect. Do you dip it? Okay.
This in this?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So just flour, bean, fried Very good.
So we like started eating, and then there's something else on the table. She's like, hey, do you want to try these? Of course we said yes. So, some type of like fried donut with like bean sprouts in them are really, really good. And you just put them in, soak it up with the broth. And we have some tea.
Because why not? I've never seen this anywhere around the world, but I love this about Cambodia. So in those little restaurants, which are everywhere along the road, you can just stop, have delicious noodle and tea like we just did. They have a bunch of different things as well, but they all have hammocks as well. I think I'm gonna like export this idea to Canada. They would definitely have to be inside because in Canada it's freezing, but like our rest stop on the side of the road should have hammocks. This is great. How do you say delicious?
Nhanh.
Kanyang.
Ka.
Ka?
Nhanh.
Nyang.
Kanyang.
Kanyang.
Yeah.
Kanyang. Okay, delicious. Kanyang. Thank you so much.
Well, that was very, very good. Cheapest meal of the day came to 10,000, which is like 1, 2, 3,
About 350.
350 Canadian. Very, very good. Very nice people as well. And it was
Kanyang. That's the word of the day. It means delicious. Kanyang. I don't know if I pronounced it right. I'm doing my best.
back on the road.
Full. So our tuk-tuk actually doesn't take petrol or diesel. It actually takes LPG, which is like liquid gas. A lot of cars in Asia are actually like slowly transferring to that combustion power, which is better for the environment and cheaper. So yeah, let's see how much this costs. 15,000.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You like my tuk-tuk?
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, very good.
All around the country.
You all around the country?
Yeah, all around Cambodia.
You know everything. And now
Here.
Now here from
Siem Reap.
Phnom Penh to
Siem Reap now.
Yes.
The same for me.
Same.
Yeah, I go to Siem Reap.
There you go. See you there. Nice to meet you.
Bye, me.
Yeah. People are the best. Let me present you Noodle officially. So Noodle is a Bajaj Maxima tuk-tuk, and compared to what we drove in Sri Lanka, it is actually bigger. Tracy is a big fan. We can even like put both of our suitcases in the back, which is amazing. But otherwise, well, it drives just like a tuk-tuk. It's not too fast, but has a lot of character.
So in case you missed our Sri Lanka series, we are partnering again with Tuk-tuk Rental, and we partnered with them in Sri Lanka and had the time of our lives. One of the reasons why we love them so much is instead of owning their own fleet of tuk-tuks, they actually rent them from the locals. Therefore, when you rent the tuk-tuk, it's someone else who owns it and you're giving back to the community. So not only are you giving back to the community, but traveling around a country in a tuk-tuk really allows you to see the authentic side of the country, which we absolutely love. So if you want to check them out for yourselves and book your own tuk-tuk, tuktukrental.com, and we have a code for you, Dave Manny. Let's go check it.
I got really excited. We came on the little balcony. I was like, oh cool, there's a pool. And then we looked at the color and we're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't swim in it.
But otherwise, let me show you the room. This only cost $38 Canadian. And I put it on booking, so I'll link that down below if that is something you're interested in. I'd say that's pretty good value, to be honest, because for one, we have the tuk-tuk, so I was looking for parking and free Wi-Fi. It's great. We have a king-size bed right here. We even have a mini fridge and AC. Like, AC is #1 thing that I look for in a room, to be completely honest. Behind Dave, there's a little wardrobe area, and then you come into the bathroom. We have a shower, unsure of hot water yet, but it even comes with amenities. So, you know what? Can't complain for $38. By the way, we're at Kampong Thom Palace Hotel. Butchered. I'm sorry. But basically this is kind of like the halfway point to where we're going. So we decided to stop here for the night and not push it because you know what? We love slowing down the journey and just taking our time, enjoying it.
So we've been working for a few hours. Just order some room service. I'm kind of offended that they brought like forks and not chopstick.
Right here.
Oh, there's? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All of this, $6. Anyway, we're gonna keep working, go to bed, and carry on our journey in the morning. Good morning, Noodle! Tuk-tuk are very sensitive pieces of engineering, so every morning before leaving, you gotta check your oil to make sure it didn't leak or you didn't burn through it, or just a quick check.
She's burning through some, eh?
Yeah. We'll get a little bit of oil today.
Good morning. We slept great. I may have gotten attacked by mosquitoes at night, which is totally something that would happen to me. So if you see some little extra bags under the eyes, it's just bites because I love my face. Anyways, we are going to go get some breakfast and coffee and then hit the road for day 2.
So yesterday we drove 167 kilometers. Today we are actually driving a little bit, tiny bit less, 151 kilometers. But yeah, the weather is super nice. Hopefully it's not gonna get too hot because sometimes in the Tuk, guess what? There's no AC, but it's part of the adventure. That looks good. So we got like 2 buns roadside, but let's start with the weird one. I don't know what's in the middle. Is it just decoration? This is so hot. I didn't get nothing yet. There's some sort of like pork in it. That's really good.
I think I like that one better than the mixed one that we had yesterday. Really good. And then as a side, honestly, it's just a guilty pleasure. Grilled cheese from 7-Eleven. With ham though, with ham. Here's your half.
I was always skeptical because like I've seen people like traveling online and being like, oh, the grilled cheese at 7-Eleven, they're so good, but like they really are. Can definitely feel the wind sucking you in when one of those big 18-wheeler like takes you over. Woo.
So we're almost to our destination, but we wanted to stop over for lunch first, and we saw a whole bunch of places with like grilled meat on the side of the road. So we decided to stop in, and of course we chose the busiest one, just usually means it's really good. So yeah, we ordered chicken, and Dave ordered stuffed frog legs.
Yeah, I think it's stuffed. I'm not 100%. I've seen online that it's very popular to do stuffed
Doesn't look so
frog. I think there's rice or something just in the body. We'll see. Anyway, I've had frog before. Like it kind of tastes like chicken. And yeah, in the French part of Canada, like it's not common, but I mean, it's not weird to eat frog. Tracy's never had frog. We don't know yet if today's gonna be the first day she's gonna ever have frog, but I'm gonna push real hard. Thank you. That's perfect. Here, we got way more. We just got like massive bowls of rice. So we get like literally a full chicken. Like I'm pretty sure, yeah, like this here is definitely like a chicken neck and a chicken head. Yep, that's good chicken. And this is like full on chili sauce. The smell is so good, but like I just put like a tiny bit on a bite. And I need to put a little bit even less. In fact, the flavor is so good, but it has some kick. So obviously in North America, like we eat chicken breast, we eat chicken like thigh, and like all the dark meat and stuff, chicken wings a lot. But we don't eat chicken feet. Like it's almost impossible to find. Right now, like I have, well, 2 of those because I bought a full chicken, but I don't even know if there's meat on it. Like what do people eat? It's a bone. It's just chicken skin. Am I doing it wrong? Am I supposed to fully eat it? It's a bone. Also, there's like, this is a chicken head. Rip the skin. Whew. Mentally, it's a bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. It's good, but it's way too much work. Like, there's so much bone and little meat, but it tastes like chicken. Now, the frog. Okay, yes, it is stuffed. I can see like rice and vegetable in it. So let's start soft with a little chicken leg. Tastes like chicken. It's actually really tasty. Go in the body. That's so good. And I'm not sure if it's definitely not the frog that's so good. It's the stuffing. Oh wow. Tracy's looking at me with such a weird face right now. The stuffing is really good.
Skeptical. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I'm so not used to it that I'm skeptical.
Okay, Tracy. Frog.
So I just actually said to Dave, I was like, I think if it wasn't in the shape of the body, it might be easier to do, but right now, like, it's literally a frog without a head. That's exactly what it looks like. That's a little bit hard mentally.
Try the leg first.
Do you want to break one off, just so I don't see it?
Well,
Or
like this.
Oh.
This is like
Is
what
there a bone in it?
No, like if you break the leg, yeah, there's a little bone in the middle, like so you can just put it all in your mouth and just take the bone out, just like a chicken wing. Tastes like chicken, right?
Yeah, it tastes like chicken. A little, no, there's a different taste.
Really? I think it tastes like chicken.
It's not bad. Like, it's not a bad negative taste.
Yeah.
It's just slightly off. But overall, yes, it tastes like chicken.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do that.
There's just a little bit of meat on the outside. It was completely like emptied, and then they put some sort of like filling with like rice and spices. It tastes a lot like lemongrass. Do it.
You guys are going to make fun of me. I'm sorry.
I'm so proud of you.
It's really hard, and I know it shouldn't be. I'm
Tracy,
trying to find my words that this is not like
You
against
ate
anything.
grass in
Yeah, I don't know why that
Uganda.
was-
You can do this.
Again, it's just the fact that it looks like it.
Well, it doesn't look like it now. Tracy's face tells it all.
It's really not that bad. Really, really high on lemongrass. I don't feel the need to continue it. But I tried.
The lemongrass flavor is like, it's good, but it's
I
pretty strong.
agree.
Like the more I eat it, the more I'm
It's
like, oh yeah.
almost like it's too much, I think.
Tracy, did you make a friend? Are you going to the bathroom?
I'm trying, but he's on my shoes.
Just like yesterday, post meal nap. No, I'm not really napping. I'm not a napper, but it's very nice. I like this. You need to export this idea. I can't reach the camera. Swing more. Yeah, got it. Perfect way to end the lunch. So a full chicken and 3 frogs, 47,000, which I think is more than reasonable. Freshly cooked on charcoal. It was a delicious meal. Tracy's not a big fan of the frog, fair, but the chicken was like so good. So super pumped. Now we have about what, like 15 minutes to the hotel?
25.
Something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
25. 30 because it's a tuk-tuk. On our
Yeah,
way.
that sounds about right.
Well, the last 2 days were epic, even though we didn't see nothing yet. We still have this tuk-tuk for like another 10 days, so it's gonna be epic. We've done just over like 320 kilometers or something. It was great!
We still have so much to explore.
And we ate so many bill buns.
Oh, they're so good.
This pretty much turned out into like a bill bun review channel.
It's gonna be bail buns every morning for breakfast. Street bail buns.
Fair enough. Now we just arrived in Siem Reap, so that's what you're gonna see in the next video. More markets, floating town, temples.
Beautiful
The
temples.
temple, the one that's on the flags. Good morning from Siem Reap, one of the most popular city here in Cambodia. We have a lot planned today, but first, our tuk-tuk needs breakfast.
So now that Noodle has had breakfast, and let's just say she really needed it. So anyway, now we are on our way heading to a floating village, I believe. But today we're going to be exploring the city outside of the temples. And we're going to do the temples another day. But let's go.
It just keeps getting better and better. It's all good vibes, it don't matter the weather. It just keeps getting better and better.
just arrived to Kampong Thom village. So the way it works here, from my understanding, it's like a part of an ecotourism project. So you actually pay an entrance fee to go visit the village. It's $20 or $25, I'll let you know in a minute. And that comes with the boat tour, and some of that money actually goes back to the people in the village, which is super cool. So it is $20 USD a person. It just gave me on Google Maps a place called just boat parking, and hopefully we're gonna be able to catch a boat from there. Let's go.
So we got a little bit lost in the village, but it's just mainly because we're going off Google Maps, which is totally fine, but direction-wise, there are so many roads that are not on Google Maps. So we just went one block, not far enough basically. But I think we found it, and we are at the boat parking lot.
Thankfully, locals are very helpful.
Yes, locals are very helpful. Now let's figure out where to get the boat.
Can't be that far from these big buses. Thank you. We got lucky, there's nothing else on the boat, just me and Tracy. Private tour right there.
So to be honest, people who live in villages are some of the smartest people we ever meet. Like, even the way this boat is run right now, when he turns the wheel, the rope goes around to the back to make us turn. Now that being said, it just takes all of this, like, we're so used to relying on electronics and everything like this, but this, if it breaks, you know exactly where the broken piece is.
So this specific village is the largest floating village in this province. As you can tell, all the houses are on still very, very far from the water, because right now we are kind of in the dry season. But when the river goes up, it goes all the way up very close to the houses. Otherwise, this village is home to over 10,000 people. Obviously, the main source of income is fishing, and you can see fishermen everywhere catching all kinds of different fish. We also saw them from the road selling what they're catching. They seem to be doing a lot of smoked fish as well, which is really, really nice. So there are multiple villages that you can visit. This one is the least touristy one from what I saw, because it is the furthest one away, about 55 kilometers from Siem Reap. But tourists will always find these hidden gems for sure. As you can see, that was a big tourist boat.
Long morning. So I brought a protein bar. I didn't know it was gonna be hot, but I didn't think, and it was on the bottom of my book on the Tuk-tuk.
It's liquid.
Why not?
Quick stop, because her propeller got stuck in a net, an old net I think. And we are back online. And by the way, this where we are right now is part of the Mekong River Network, which is the longest river in all of Southeast Asia. It goes from China to Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Just like that, about an hour and a half later, we are back. Well worth it. So fun. I highly suggest it, to be honest. Like, it's very interesting to see like a different way of life. Like, these fishermen are working hard. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Back on the road.
Hold on to your hat.
it's actually it's past lunchtime. So we stopped at a little market here. I saw it on their first time down going into Siem Reap. So this time that we're coming back, I definitely want to stop and get some food.
More specifically, noodles. Not that noodle, just eating noodles. Thank you. So we've got a bowl of ramen with a lot of different meat. I'm gonna be honest, like most of this to me is like Mr. Meat. I have no idea what it is. I would say probably a little bit of organ meat, some sort of like meatball. No idea what it is. Tastes good though. But the highlight as usual is the broth. Like, oh, it's so full of flavor.
I think the name of the game here for food in Cambodia, for me at least, is all of their noodle soups. They're my favorite, to be honest.
So that was a pretty good noodle. Once again, I'm not 100% confident on like what we ate, but it tasted delicious and it costed 5,000 per bowl, which is a really good deal.
Agreed.
Back on the road. Sure. Perfect.
Pull it?
Ah, okay. How much? Okay, so on the main road that takes you from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, very close to Siem Reap, there's like all these ladies, there's probably like over 50 of them roasting bamboo stick. For the longest time, we didn't really know what it was, but we Googled it, and apparently it's some sort of sticky rice. I asked her how to eat it because I have no idea, and she just says you peel it. Okay, and see there's leaves inside and stuff.
Can I help you?
Yeah, good. Like this, right? No. She's gonna show us. Perfect. Thank you. There you go. So inside it's like sticky rice with beans. I guess I just like.
I think you just bite into it, to be honest.
It's pretty nice. It's kind of sweet a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, it looks like black beans in it, I would say. Oh, it has coconut.
Yeah.
For sure has coconut.
I like it.
It's pretty good. So that was actually really, really good. It was hilarious though, because she even tried to peel it, because she said to peel it. I don't think his peeling was to her satisfactory, so she came over and she did it properly, which is fair. We would have butchered it. But yeah, highly recommend stopping for that. It was really good. It hit that like sweet spot craving.
So quick stop at our hotel to freshen up, because after that we're gonna go to the night market, but as you can see it is not nighttime yet, so can go to the night market when the sun is out. Welcome home! Sun is going down, meaning it's time for the night market.
So what we can see so far, it seems like the city is coming alive at night. I mean, we haven't seen this many cars on the road or motorbikes, anything like that, honestly, since we arrived, and we've been here for 2 days so far. Oop. But yeah, so it's definitely a vibe in the evening.
Okay, so where we're at right now, there's a little bit of everything. You want street food, you want a sit-down restaurant, you want to buy souvenir, or you want your dead skin on your feet be eaten by fish. They have that too.
Do you like fish massage? Do it $3. Thanks.
Real North Face, right? Tracy is officially a criminal. He bought a counterfeit bag.
No one needs to know.
So there are tons of counterfeit items here in Cambodia. The thing is like I'm not even sure if they're cheaper quality because most of these products, including North Face, are actually made in Cambodia, and a lot of them are just have like little default or just literally made in the same factory, and then they just sell them as knockoffs. So for 10 bucks, that's a pretty good
I don't
bag.
care because here's the thing. Someone might be able to tell the difference, but I can't.
I don't think
So,
there
like,
is a difference. There's even the tags and everything. So
Yeah.
good deal. Thank you so much. Have a good day. As I always say, every country that I go to, I buy a shot glass. Not because I use them to drink, not at all. I just think it's a cool little souvenir. And they had like beautiful hand-painted one. They were 5 USD, so I didn't even bargain. I don't even know if it's a thing to bargain here, but I didn't try because it was a good deal. I mean, it was handmade. They have...
So we stopped to get a bite to eat, and honestly, so we're at Riverside Market. I would say the inside with like Pub Street and everything is your souvenirs, your actual markety things. On the outside along the street are all the street vendors for food. So if you're looking for food, that's the place to go. Yeah, we came out and the guy was like, do you want Cambodian noodles? And I said, yes. Here we are. So they're making everything from scratch, like in portion there. And I do have to say the first thing I noticed is like, I have never seen a cleaner street vendor utility space ever. I was mind blown.
I got a beautiful chicken fried rice, and I was brought like a broth too. I don't know if I'm supposed to like pour it on top, but I decided that that's what I'm supposed to do. That was very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Each dish, $1.50. Can't go wrong.
It's so light. You know what I mean? Like the rice is
And
really
it's just
light.
so fresh. Like they make them to order. The lady's cooking in the big wok right there. Like it took like 2 minutes per dish.
Oh, that is good.
Thank you.
$1
Also got myself a banana, mango, and pineapple. Fresh juice, like 100% fruit. For $1. Like you couldn't even buy
The ingredient?
the quarter of a pineapple in Canada for $1.
Thank you.
Kahang, delicious.
Chiang.
Oh, this is completely different. I asked yesterday. Somebody told me something completely different. Kahang, or different pronunciation. I'll work on it.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Well, welcome to, you guessed it, Pub Street. This is like the party neighborhood of the city.
It's really
It's super cool. Don't get me wrong, like this does not look like a local spot.
Oh yeah, no.
I feel like I'm in somewhere in the United States right
I
now.
feel like I'm in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. Has a
That's-
Vegas style.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to party, have a couple drink, this is the place to
Gotta
be.
be cheap to do it.
Super nice. But yeah, let's see if we can maybe grab a beer. Just one though. Because we gotta wake up real early in the morning.
Really.
Hi, how are you? Just have a drink?
Okay.
Yeah. Is it there? Yeah. Perfect, thank you. On this street, most bars, the local beers, 75 cents.
On draft.
On draft.
You can get a bottle for so much more. It's $1. 25 cents more.
It's a great deal. I mean, like, you can party for like $10 here.
Oh, easy.
Good thing I'm in my 30s and not my like late teens.
Yeah, we're too old for that.
And we gotta wake up at 4:30 tomorrow morning.
Y'all please hold the applause to the end of the ceremony. Let's go. Look around us, there ain't no fences, just bridges to the ears of the listeners. On deck, take a swing, sharper senses looking for a weakness in the system. Finally, it's you and me, here shaking like a tambourine.
I don't remember if I filmed Tracy getting out of the tuk-tuk. Like the tuk-tuk is there. It's still very close to where I parked it. But this is not where I parked it. This is not how I parked it. It just mind boggles me that sometimes I come back to the tuk-tuk and it's not exactly where I left it. Somebody moved it.
Okay, so like we said, and as you can see, it's very evident that this place comes alive at night. So if you can, plan for a day where you're gonna have extra energy in the evening and come to the night markets, get some yummy food, get your souvenirs, go shopping, whatever you wanna do, but you cannot miss this city at night. It's a vibe. You can feel it in the air. made it back safe and sound. Just in case you want to know, if you want to rent a tuk-tuk for yourself, tongue twister, check out Tuk-tuk rental. So they're actually in Sri Lanka and they're here in Cambodia as well. The really cool story with them is they give back to the community. They don't own these tuk-tuks. They basically rent them from locals who own them when we want to rent one, if that makes sense. So that way the money goes back into the community. Love them. Did it in Sri Lanka. Can't say enough good about them.
We would love if they could expand to other countries because like this is the best way to travel. Tracy's very happy about her purchase. She's like, keep wearing it and stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much it because tomorrow we've got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go see what potentially is the 8th wonder in the world. Well, I hope this is waking up at 4 a.m. kind of worth it because it's 4 a.m. So we actually booked a guide who's supposed to meet us here at 4:45, so in like 5 minutes at the reception. And they apparently also prepared some boxed breakfast for us to bring with us, which is super nice. Morning. How are you? Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Good morning.
David. Did any tourist ever took you around on their own tuk-tuk?
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh. So far, my good tuk-tuk driver. Yeah, it's good. My first time. And this is the entrance of the Angkor Wat temple. Angkor Wat temple has a wide entrance.
So technically we just got our first reveal of the Angkor Wat temple. Sadly right now it is pitch black. We can't see much, but it's already so interesting. I'm gonna tell you more when we have light. This is definitely one of those Instagram versus reality moments. We have the beautiful temple in the back with the sun slowly rising, and then about 500 of our closest friends. Now that we have some light, welcome back to Angkor Wat. This beautiful temple, literally, to be honest, maybe the 8th wonder of the world if you ask me. So the sheer fact that this temple is still there behind me in this state is a pure miracle. It was built in the 12th century for a king who was actually buried there, but then with the years it was actually lost. The jungle took over and it was rediscovered. But then in the 1970s when the conflict happened here in Cambodia, I mean this place was looted. There's literally bullet holes in the walls. The fact that it's still in this state, like I said, it's a miracle, like, and it's stunning.
So this morning for breakfast, we have some bread with eggs and bananas. Oh, I have juice in there as well.
Because most people want to come to the temple for sunrise, from what I see, like everyone has like a packed breakfast.
Yeah, it seems like hotels just do that.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I'm sure in this vlog you're gonna see beautiful montage with nobody around and beautiful drone shots and all these things, but just keep in mind that like the reality is there's thousands of people here. It's still nice. Is it steep back here?
Yep.
We are just going up the steepest stairs ever to the top of the temple. Basically, which should give us a beautiful view of the compound and the surroundings. Are you scared?
I just look up the stairs.
Okay, you look at this stairs.
So we'll talk about the benefits of like sunrise and everything like that later. But basically right now, early is the name of the game because the later you come, the more people that are here. And like we had at least half of this line to wait, whereas now it's huge.
So obviously this temple needs some work because it's almost 1,000 years old, and right now they're in the process of restoration. They're still doing everything by hand, which is super impressive. And of course they installed a bunch of safety features like net over the ceilings because it's sometimes collapsing. So we're now leaving the main temple through the cogsway that the king was using back in the days. This is the same cogsway that we used this morning and couldn't see anything because it was pitch black. Right now you can see the beautiful temple at the end of the road. So we're gonna go back to the Tuk-tuk, go for a little drive and go to another temple. Dang it, the sprinkler got me. I'm gonna walk here. The massive body of water that you see there goes actually all around the temple compound, and that was dug by hand in the 12th century. It's so much bigger than it looks. Being here during daytime and seeing around, you can see how like busy this place gets. Like it's buzzing. There's literally traffic. All the little shops everywhere are open. Like it's buzzing. Our tuk-tuk's still here.
Welcome to temple number 2 called Bayan Temple. And to be honest, for the photos, yes, Angkor Wat is impressive, but this was the one I was most excited to see.
So the Bayan Temple was also a temple built for a king, a following king about 100 years later after Angkor Wat. For some reason, the Angkor Wat temple wasn't good enough for him, I guess. The Angkor Wat temple has 5 towers, this one has 37, it's quite impressive.
So yes, it has 37 towers, but at one point it actually had 54 towers because it was the lucky number of the province. But now, because of time, because this is super old, some of the towers have fallen down to 37.
Oh.
How do I get him off? Nope, nope.
Mean monkey, mean. As I was filming a monkey, another monkey jumped on me.
These monkeys are extra cheeky. You can hear them, like people carry sticks because they get a little too close.
Like they're not scared of us at all. And another super steep staircase. This one is steeper and wobbly a little. It's quite something. Hold on to the railing. So we just made it to the third compound. This temple is called Taprom. A few fun facts about it. First of all, there's a massive tree that's growing over it. This tree is only 200 to 300 years old, even though the temple is almost 1,000 years old. So this shows you how at some point the jungle just took over. Right now, this tree looks like it's literally part of the temple. And another fun fact, this is where one of the Tomb Raider movie was actually filmed. So as you might be able to tell, this is where the famous shot in the movie was taken. There's like a massive line of people trying to take photos. And me and Tracy, well, We got enough photos.
We're just observing. So this temple is extremely unique and beautiful because of the trees that are growing over top of it, but at the same time it is destroying it, so I don't know. They're leaving them there because they obviously don't want to cut them down, but at the same time you're losing a temple, so restoration is very hard.
Thank you so much. It was super fun.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Let's go get some food.
How do you guys, what do you guys think about Tracy's new bag? So fashionable, so fancy. Wow, where did you get that? Is that a real North Face? Or is it something you got in a market in Cambodia?
And it says made in Vietnam. I really thought it was gonna be made.
I don't know. So we just came to the market for some lunch. Delicious
beef fried
noodle.
noodles, and I have to say, in my opinion, this is my 4th time having it. This is the best one yet.
I think she says that every time she says
No, it's got a different sauce, like different to it.
That's fair. It's really, really good. 5,000 a plate, can't go wrong. So, temple experience was fantastic. Definitely deserved its. Well, when people say that it's the 8th wonder of the world, to be honest, it deserves it.
I agree.
It is stunning. Now we're just going to go into a few details. To go in, it costs $37 for a day pass. You can have up to a 3-day pass. Like if you're like such a temple buff and you want to know everything and see everything, you can do that for 3 days.
Or if you don't want to be out for like the heat of the day, go in like 3 mornings basically.
Our guide, we booked him straight from the hotel. All the hotels have this option. It costs $35 per day USD. If you want to do sunrise, it's an extra. Yeah, it's an extra $10, so $45 for the full day. We've done 7 hours with our guide, but technically you can do it up to 4 p.m. At 12, we're like, okay, like we've seen it all. Not all, but it was hot.
So before coming and doing the sunrise portion, we did do a lot of research, being like, is it worth it? Everything like that. I'm mixed. I would say it's worth it in the sense of once you do the main temple, by the time you hit the other ones, the crowds aren't quite up there yet. They're just starting. So you're gonna beat the heat of like that rush, basically. Now, sunrise on the temple, was it beautiful? Yes. Do I think it was like you must go for sunrise? Mixed feelings. But also it depends on the way the sunrise is, right? Like we didn't have a lot of haze, so we didn't have a lot of orange. It really depends. But if you have the opportunity and you're willing to get up, go for it, is what I would say.
I would say do sunrise anyway, because all the buses are not there yet and you're gonna be ahead of those hundreds and hundreds of people. That being said, if you wanna wake up, but you don't want to do the sunrise, you can go to the other temples and you're gonna be alone. So that's something that to consider as well. If you need any help to book this thing, we're gonna put some useful link for you guys down below, so check them out. And otherwise, tomorrow we go back in the tuk-tuk, hit the road, go to a different region. Today we are starting a 500-kilometer journey, and it might not sound like much, but when you're driving a tuk-tuk, it's an adventure of its own and anything can happen.
So we are currently leaving from Siem Reap to Battambang. Again, not pronouncing that properly. But if you think our tuk-tuk is unique, wait to see what we're gonna ride later.
This is not safe!
So from there, we're doing a quick stop in Phnom Penh and then down onto the coast. I know Dave said 500 kilometers, but I did the mapping and it's more like 800.
Started like a charm this morning. welcome. Tracy wanted some snack. We found some really cool stuff like the banana chips that are like, looks perfectly made. And these homemade rice cake.
Rice cakes with like honey drizzled on them. Why not? So I'm definitely a fan of the rice cakes. Now let's try the banana chips. They're pretty good. I think they have some sort of coating on them too, some sort of like sweetness, or maybe it's just the sugar from the bananas in general. But these are solid road trip snacks.
Hi, how are you? Full. Now that we've got a snack, it's time for the tuk-tuk to get a big snack. She's thirsty. So 16,000 later, it's full for like about 3/4. We should be good for another couple 100 kilometers. Tracy has a new addiction called bail buns, so we just saw some on the side of the road, and I guess that's what we're gonna have for lunch. They have green ones, they have white ones. We don't know what's in it. It's always a nice surprise though. And there she goes on her way to fill her bail bun addiction. The one that we got are savories, but she's in love with those like yellow custard ones. So now we're gonna have bail buns for lunch and bail buns for dessert. Are you happy?
Huh?
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. Here we go. We have so much food now.
So we found a little bit of shade under the tree to eat our bail bun made lunch. Because it's really hot outside today.
Yeah?
That could be my favorite one of all time.
Ooh, I want a bite. I think that's my favorite.
Earlier when I said that like Tracy was like looking for the sweet one, she was just saying the yellow one, but yeah, that's not a sweet one.
To be honest, I haven't seen the sweet ones outside of 7-Eleven, so I don't know if you can actually get them on the side of the road. So these ones, last time we had them, had like a pork ball inside. They're huge. Same one.
We just realized that we might have bought too many bail buns.
We've been craving them for the last 2 days.
They're so
probably
good.
why, yeah. I think it's official. We bail bunned ourselves out for a couple days.
So we're not gonna have bail buns for supper?
Yeah, no, not for supper.
It is so hot here in Cambodia right now. We're talking like high 30s. And 7-Eleven, they actually sell like just cups filled with ice. So I think from now on, I'm always gonna do that because my drinks are getting like super warm within minutes. Look at this. Perfect. What'd you get?
I don't know, some type of vitamin C. Boom.
Boom!
It's called boom.
Gotta give me the boom! You know what I'm talking about, right? We're not doing that.
We tried this.
Snacks?
It's 50 cents.
That's what happened when I let Tracy go to the convenience store alone. She comes back with candy. Worth it?
50 cents. It's like a Kit Kat, but with caramel in it. Really good.
So we just made it for home for the night. It's called The Place, so it has to be at The Place. Yeah. For people traveling full time, we have way too many things.
So we have just arrived in Battambang. We're actually staying at a hostel tonight, although we do have a private room. So this is called The Place Hostel. It's in the town, obviously. For a private room, private bathroom, AC, 17 USD, which is pretty dang good in my opinion. So yeah, this is what we have. Our bathroom is right over here, which is clean. That's all that matters too. I would say everyone kind of laughed at us when we arrived because hostels are usually like people who come with small backpacks, but our suitcases are life. So we have a lot of things, and I think we were judged. We were judged. See, we even have a little balcony here. Not bad.
And yes, cell reception is 10 out of 10.
So we're actually creating a video kind of comparing different price points, what that can get you here in Cambodia. So check that out. It's gonna come out in a couple weeks, last of the series. It's gonna be a good one. But until then, let's go catch the train.
Which is not really a train, but kinda. You'll see.
It's on a track.
Okay, back in the tuk-tuk. I am so excited about this, and fun fact, like Tracy saw that on the internet like a while ago and didn't want to tell me because she didn't think we would have time, and she knew that's the kind of thing that I would have made time for. But we have time, and we're going. Choo-choo! So you can put a motorbike, but you can't put a tuk-tuk on it?
If you can carry.
If I can carry it, it would support?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm strong enough. Okay, welcome to the famous bamboo train. It's not that famous because most tourists don't come this north in Cambodia, but I couldn't not do this. So locally they're called noris, and back in the days this truck was actually used to transport people and goods from the border of Thailand all the way to Phnom Penh. Due to the conflict, a big portion of this truck was actually destroyed, but still used to this day, well, a little bit for tourists, but also for locals to go to different villages. So we're gonna do that. It looks dangerous, but fun.
So I'm starting to wonder what I got myself into.
So these things obviously don't turn around. It's basically just a bamboo platform with a metal structure at the bottom and a motor from a motorbike, a car, definitely not a car. Something like that, just like a two-stroke engine, similar to what we have on the tuk-tuk, I think. This is definitely the best part of my day.
Best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? Best is yet to come.
We're coming down to an intersection, but he's not slowing down.
So I think we're at the end of our journey before we head back. So we just stopped on the side, and if you want some snail, you can try that. And yeah, this is our stop.
Sure.
Try
to open this one.
Oh, okay. You can find here, it's like this, and then you just open it.
Ah, okay, it's not me. I was wondering. Okay, this one is the one you open, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually had the Cambodia beer yet.
There's no better place I would like to try it.
Cheers.
So we've seen those literally everywhere on the side of the road, and since the beginning I thought they were snail, but they're actually like some sort of little shellfish. It tastes really good. The shellfish itself doesn't taste like much, but like the kind of seasoning that they put on it, like little chili, a little bit of salt, it's amazing.
Two for $1.
The one, this one. That one.
We also got bracelet. Tracy got me one that matches my shirt.
Yeah, why not?
Because why not? Life doesn't get much better than this! Not gonna lie, I'm kinda sad it's done. $5 a person, this is the best $5 I've ever spent. Hi, how are you?
Enjoy.
Yeah, so fun.
Sorry, tip
Yeah,
driver. Tip
sure.
driver. Tip driver.
Yeah. As you can expect, this only goes in one direction. So basically the way I understand it, when you go this way, you have priority. When you come back, if you meet another platform on the way, you have to dismantle, just like we saw when we were on our way to the end of the track. So it's kind of a lot of work, but it's pretty fun. Otherwise, like 40 kilometers an hour on a wooden platform, no seatbelt, no railing, no helmet. Is it safe? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes. Of course, but like just make your own decision, okay? This is not safe.
Okay, so if you read the reviews, you're gonna see some who didn't like the fact that when you arrive at the end, there's people trying to sell you stuff. Here's my thing. You are showing up and going through local villages, and if that's all they want to do is sell you a bracelet or a beer or a water, I think it's totally fine. Like, you're the person who is intruding in their village. It's up to you. Take it what you will, go prepared, have a fun time.
What she meant is buy something.
So tonight for our restaurant, we're gonna go to a place called Jan Bai, I believe this was called. I saw it in a blog and people were raving about the food, so let's go check it out. Don't get me wrong, it's not like market street food, so I don't know. Let's see, is it worth it, is it not?
That restaurant, I would say, is definitely more on the touristy side, but apparently they're serving like true authentic Cambodian food, so we'll see. We'll report at the end.
Now let's see if the food's good. I'm really hoping this isn't super spicy because I just loaded it up. So I know we said it was local Cambodian food, and there are some options there. But for whatever reason, Dave and I are craving Thai food. And there was Thai food on the menu, so Thai food it was tonight. The cool thing about this place, we're at Janbai, meaning rice bowl, so I am just kind of reading beside it to make sure I get the facts straight. But basically, they do a profit share arrangement. So 51% of profits actually go towards supporting Cambodian Child's Trust, which is really cool.
It's so pretty, I feel bad to like mix it. So I got the pad Thai, and there's like shrimp, tofu, peanuts, all the good stuff with massive noodles. Like look at this. The pad Thai sauce is like perfect.
So I got a Thai green curry, and I'm telling you, the smell that just came out of here is fantastic. This is really good. I'm not gonna lie though, there's a vegetable in here. I don't know what it is. Really high in lemongrass though. So I saw they had mango sticky rice, and keeping with this Thai theme, I'm set to try it.
Pretty good, but not exactly what you get on the streets of Thailand. It's an elevated mango sticky rice.
Okay, so thoughts about it. It was good. More expensive obviously than eating on the street. Like their whole thing came to $26, which we knew that going in. Would I say it's the best and a must do? I'm gonna say no. It's good if you're in the area, but if not, I'm sorry. Nothing beats those street food, our fried noodles and the
fried
soup.
noodles, the rice, all that stuff. So good.
Yeah.
And it's like $1 a plate.
Yeah. So that's our 2 cents.
So now we're gonna head back to our hostel, have hopefully a good night of sleep, because tomorrow
It's so long.
it's a long way. We're going from here basically all the way to Phnom Penh for the night before carrying on to the coast. I can't wait to see the coast. Like it looks so beautiful, like Maldives blue water, but in Cambodia. Crazy. Good morning. Slept pretty good in our $17 a night room. A little bit noisy last night, like some people, some cooking or whatever, blenders, like all kinds of stuff.
11 or 12, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it died
I
down.
put earplugs, it was fine. But now, today, we have a very long journey, like 4 hours? And that's what Google says, so it's
4 hours, 45 minutes is what Google says. So it's gonna take us about 8 by the time we stop.
Okay, yeah, because we're gonna make it a fun
Yeah.
day. The question is, can we just do one trip? They don't have an elevator. So because of the type of engine, it is known to like go through a lot of oil, so you gotta check it every morning just to make sure that like you have your levels are good. And I tend to like check it after putting all our luggage in, but to check the oil is there, but to add the oil is there. So today I learned my lesson.
Let's see, I'll be shocked if it's within normal range.
No, it's still low. It's always low. Oil is good now. The suitcase can go in. I'd say the space in that tuk-tuk is really good. We could have never fit that in the tuk-tuk we had in Sri Lanka. So just a casual 300 kilometers today, and it might not sound like a lot, but in a tuk-tuk, it's a lot.
So this is one of the reasons why we've left early. It's currently 7:50. We're on time actually. We planned to leave by 10. And because of the heat, it's gonna be really hot this afternoon in the tuk-tuk, so we're trying to beat it a little bit. Let's just have an adventure day, just like every other day. So, remember yesterday when we said we were bail bund out? Well, this morning for breakfast, we don't really know what we want, so we're getting bail buns. we just pulled over to grab some. They're just so easy to eat on the road too. So, bail buns for breakfast.
So in all the bail bun spot that you stop on the side of the road, like they kind of all have the same one, like the white one, the green one, the white one with the yellow on it. But today, green one with yellow on it, that's new. At the end of this trip, we're gonna be like bail bun connoisseur. It's really good, but like to be honest, the ones with the meat inside, they're kind of like similar in a way. They're all so good.
As per usual, we're fed. Time for noodle.
Thank you so much.
Not sure what's going on today, but the wind is crazy driving the road. When Dave's driving straight into it, he literally loses 10 kilometers an hour. That's how bad it is. And because I think we're burning through gas a little faster than normal because of trying to push against it. But that's okay. We've got the whole day. We'll make our way there.
They burn a lot of their field right now, so sometimes you're just on the highway and you gotta hold your breath. Woo!
Stopping off for lunch because we're hungry.
And it's getting hot.
It is getting hot.
Thanks to the last time we stopped at a roadside restaurant for noodles, now we know like what to do with all the leaves that they give you. It's to put in the soup. Not too much. Some are like a little bit bitter, some are a little bit spicy. Add some extra taste. A bit of lemon, because why not? Extra freshness. So when traveling in Cambodia, like don't be shy of stopping at those like little restaurants on the side of the road. Obviously, like there's not a lot of English, but there's always like little photos so you can point at it. People are super nice, super welcoming, so you're not gonna have any issues. And don't worry, even if you're not a seasoned traveler and you're maybe a little scared about cleanliness of these places, trust me, Cambodia so far, we have no issue with that. Places are so clean. People are like so careful in the way they're cooking and everything. Even if you're not a seasoned traveler, you're gonna be just fine. So don't go to big restaurant and give your money to big companies. Just support the locals, and it's delicious and more than a reasonable price. Feel free to correct us if we're wrong. We still don't know if it's like polite to like drink the broth, but it's so good. I do it as a compliment. If it's wrong in the culture here, please don't, and I will stop.
Cheers.
16,000 for the 2 bowls of beef soup with the tea. I mean, it's a great deal, and it was good, so good. I'm happy there's a wide shoulder because our tuk-tuk can do about like 60 kilometers an hour, and I'm being passed at like 100, 110 on this highway. The only problem with the shoulder is that once in a while, it seems to be a 2 ways. Like you'll drive this way, but people are coming this way. Small motorcycle, even like trucks. You gotta be careful. Well, we are definitely back in the traffic of Phnom Penh, which I didn't miss that much because the fun with a tuk-tuk is to be on the open road with the hair, the wind in your hair. Phnom Penh is still a very cool city to visit, not a really cool city to drive in. Made it to our hotel for the night. Let's see what it looks like. Tracy books all these places, so every time I show up somewhere, it's a complete surprise to me. Little trouble? Dang it.
Welcome to Tianyu Boutique Hotel. Since this is not our final destination, we just chose this one. To be honest, I would have stayed in it anyway. It's actually really good. $26 USD. I'll come back here, sorry. They even give us robes, fancy. Oh, it's in a bathroom. You can tell it's 26 bucks US. So like it's a full wet bath. So there's that. We have a fridge here. Ooh, we need to plug that in, it's water. Little desk, king bed. This is really cute. I really like this. Seating area, but of course, non-negotiable.
The AC.
After being in the tuk-tuk all day, it feels great.
Okay, now both the tuk-tuk and myself need to go to the spa, so we're gonna see what we can do. That's a big hill for the tuk-tuk. It took a little bit of Google Translate, but I think the tuk-tuk is being greased right now, and now it's my turn to go to the spa as well. Let's see if they can do a good job on my hair. Look at this, not bad at all, and it's also the cheapest haircut I ever had. $2. That's it, $2. The only thing is, like right now I look like Ken because he put so much shell and spray net in my hair, they look like plastic. But hey, $2. Haircut, tuk-tuk is greased, we're ready to go. Now we're gonna just go back to the hotel, have a quiet night, catch you guys back up in the morning because I'm so happy to go to the coast. It's gonna be epic. Big hill, but we did it. Here we go again.
I think something slept in our tuk-tuk overnight. I see some paw prints. Good morning. We slept great last night actually, which was kind of surprising because there was a lot of planes going overhead. But I think once we got to sleep, they didn't bother us. Today we were driving just over 200 kilometers to a place called Silkville? To be honest, I don't have the name in front of me, so I really don't know. Well, I'll get Dave to put it on the screen. And from there, we're gonna spend a couple nights before heading to what we hear is the Maldives of Cambodia. But first up, breakfast.
So you guys know we developed a new bail bun addiction, but Tracy saw those on the side of the road and they're just really funny. I got myself a Spider-Man one, and then Tracy, I got her a little green pig. They're not more expensive either, like it's the same price. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man face like. Oh my god, it's dessert.
Mine has something in it too, but I don't know. Or maybe it's just the dough that's not fully done actually. I don't know what it is, but it's good. They're definitely sweet ones.
So where I get the bail buns, I also got some fruits, some oranges and apples. It was just so funny because like the guy sells a bunch of different kinds of apple and some were like massive and I took 2 of them. He's like, those are very expensive. They're from America. He was selling them for $14,000 per apple, which is very expensive. But when you think about it, they're coming a long way. But no need for American apples. I'm okay with the little ones. Tasty. So because the bail bun we just had were basically breakfast, we're doing a second breakfast stop for some meatball sandwiches. It looks really good on the image, so let's see how it tastes. So mini meatballs with some sort of sauce, some vegetables, some herbs, and a fresh baguette. The 2 of them for $5,000, so like $1.25 each. That's very good. Last bite, best bite? Probably not because it's out of meatballs.
It does say no motorbike.
Oh really? We just took a highway and like we're not supposed to be on it. It's just Google told us to go on it, so like now I need to like exit because I don't want to get in trouble. And of course there's like no exit, no anything, and now there's like a pay station in front of us. This is not good. I need to get out. I'm just gonna go back. Sorry. I feel like I'm committing a lot of traffic crime right now. I'm just going back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ah! Cars are going too fast here. It's not made for tuk-tuk. We need to like put Google Map without pay toll in the highway. Yeah. Which Tracy will do right now. Because we are good tourists and we are so sorry to the Cambodian authorities about this. We gotta get out of here before the police catches to us.
Okay, so we figured it out, but we cannot use Google Maps to get down there besides like following it as an actual map, because it keeps wanting to put us onto the toll road, and I'm not sure why. It's like they're considering the number 4, which we should be on, a toll road and not the other one. Anyways, super confusing, but we're gonna take the 4 all the way down to the coast, and I think we're on the right route.
I have a hard time believing that this is the best second option after the highway, but hey, at least we're not gonna get a ticket here. In Cambodia, they sometimes modify normal motorbike, add a 3rd wheel, and like transport a full-on restaurant basically, like they're doing just beside me. Little couple going around town, selling food, cooking it fresh, straight on the motorbike. It's pretty cool. So update, today was supposed to be like such a relaxing like driving day. Was supposed to take us about 3 hours until we realized that that is using the main highway that we're not allowed to use. And if you saw it this morning, I mean, it makes sense. We're not supposed to be on that. I don't want to be on that. So instead we have to take Highway 4. The new highway takes about 2 hours. The Highway 4 takes about 5 hours, and that's car time. So for us, it's going to be 6 to 6.5 hours. And the big problem with Highway 4 is that it's old, it's full of potholes, there's a lot of construction, all the massive trucks are on it as well, and it's longer in terms of like kilometer, in terms of distance. So yeah, that's our reality today, but hey, not complaining. We went through some beautiful coconut farms, we saw some mountains for the first time because since we were in Cambodia, it's been like pretty flat, so that was nice. And now we're gonna have a little roadside meal. So you know, today is just not the adventure we expected, but it's a different one.
Well, it sure feels great to get out.
It's insanely bumpy. So I just went to the front counter, like they didn't have like a menu, but they have like a bunch of different like casserole already made with like different like soup and like, I don't know, like if you get some sort of like papaya salad with meat, it looks like that, I'm not sure. But we'll see, it looks pretty good. Thank you. If you're picky on your meat cut, this is not for you because like this is definitely a kidney. We've got some sort of organ there too. There's not a lot of meat. That looks like normal chicken. Most of the meat in like this, I guess, is just for flavoring because like it's chicken neck. Like there's no meat in chicken neck. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, which is very possible, but chicken liver. I don't like the taste. Like I don't mind eating it, but it's so like irony.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. The rest is good. So this meal is like, for us, way more out there than we planned. We just planned on having like a little noodle soup, but we have a lot of organ meat. And for the first time, and these are at a very early stage, but these are like fertilized eggs. So this is just like the egg yolk, but you can see like, oops, but you can see that it's not like normal egg yolk because there's like stuff in it. Never had it before. I mean, it tastes exactly the same. In the next video, maybe we'll do the full fertilized one. If you know what I'm talking about, this is the first time ever that I'm gonna struggle a little. It's just mentally hard.
So we're back on the road. All of that was about 30,000. Makes sense that it's more expensive because there was a lot of like more meat in there. Just honestly, just not meat that we're used to, but that's okay. So now we're about, GPS says about an hour from the coast. It finally switched on to the National Road 4. So I think like an hour and 15 minutes. We'll see. I'm excited though to see our hotel because it looks really nice.
I love showing up in fancy hotel with my tuk-tuk. I think it's so funny. Thank you so much. Almost feel bad, like we just showed up in this fancy hotel. They're giving us like nice, fresh, cold towel. Like, look how dirty my hands are. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They're gonna kick me out. That felt great. If you want to drive a tuk-tuk, I highly suggest it. We have a discount code for you. It's right there. You should do it. It's fun. It's really fun. But it's the contrast of traveling from tuk-tuk to fancy hotel once in a while, which is so funny. Like I'm parked beside like a Mercedes, which is hilarious. Okay. That's nice. So we just made it to Priya Sihanouk. Probably not saying it right, but you know what I mean. So I just want to give you a little bit of context about this place because it has a very complicated and interesting history, okay? As you can tell around, there's beautiful hotels with rooftop bar and pools and everything, but they're all neighboring one or two almost done, but fully empty building. Why? Well, basically, there's a lot of Chinese investors that came here and this was supposed to be the Asian Las Vegas, but because of some regulation that changed from the Cambodian government, some money laundering stuff, and anyway, there's a complicated story around it, but a lot of those Chinese investors actually pulled out in the middle of the project. So this is why there's beautiful hotels that are complete and a lot of like what would have been beautiful hotels and malls and casinos and restaurants and everything that are just kind of almost done, but not done. And because of that, it's a semi-beach town, semi-ghost town like that. It has a weird feel. But the hotel that we are at, it is beautiful. We get a beautiful room. Trace is gonna show you that. There's a gym, there's a rooftop bar, beautiful restaurant downstairs. I'm happy to be here.
So welcome to Riva Hotel. I'm gonna show you this part. This is our bathroom. We have a deluxe king room, so it might vary. Shower, we even have a tub there. It is a beautiful and spacious room. So we have a wardrobe area here. We have the coffee bar and mini fridge. Look at this. Like the width of this, normal hotels, like you get like this much space. King size bed, TV, and then we have a seating area and desk behind David as well. Best part about this is the fact that we paid $74 Canadian a night. I know 74 is a little high, but for this, it's insane because we have access to a beautiful gym upstairs as well as a rooftop pool and bar. Breakfast is included. Amazing. Oh, and we also have a balcony, which I actually don't remember in photos having one, but that's okay. The only thing is it could do with a chair. Just
maybe
bit.
2 chairs?
Yeah, sit and enjoy the view of construction sites. But I think this hotel is relatively new too, so I'll try and give them the benefit of the doubt on that they'll add some furniture. But yeah, I'm very excited to enjoy 2 nights here.
Well, I feel like this video turned into some sort of like food tour more than anything else.
Yeah. So it definitely took longer than we thought, but that's okay. I think my favorite part though is depending on the town that you're going through, they have specific roadside snacks. So even back to when we did our road trip to Siem Reap, the bean and
the bamboo
rice,
tube and stuff.
Yeah, like we had this section of town where did it fresh, where the other places like it wasn't burning on the side of the road type thing.
We ate way too many bail buns, and we're gonna
go for one tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing that. Otherwise, my favorite part was the bamboo train, of course.
Oh, that was fun.
And otherwise, like super happy to be like here on the coast. It looks beautiful. Not tomorrow, but the day after, we're actually heading to that famous island. So make sure to subscribe and don't miss that video. It's literally like the Cambodian Maldives. Super excited to say that. So this morning we are heading to Koh Rong, a Maldives-like island here on the coast of Cambodia. But first, we gotta take what could be a nightmare ferry ride.
So let's just say the reviews on this are some of the lowest reviews I've ever seen. Bumpy, it makes you sick, and it's just generally not a good experience. So let's see if that's actually true or not.
I really want to keep my breakfast in. Tracy, are you excited or scared?
I'm ready to be there because it's already late.
That was one of the reviews, they're always late. Well, we would love to tell you that this was a lovely ride, but if you have any kind of like motion sickness, I highly recommend you maybe don't come here. It's the only way to come to the island, that's the problem. Yeah. So let's hope it's worth it.
And I don't know if they're overbooking or whatnot, but like the line to get on the boat, only about 5 of us get off, and there's about 15 in that line.
Yeah, so they're overbooking, they're late,
sure.
and it's very bumpy, so yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, first impression of the island, I'm a fan. A lot of like little restaurants, little vendors everywhere. Tomorrow we're definitely renting one of those scooters and going around. But yeah, the beach is beautiful, the water crystal clear and blue, how we like it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good couple of days. Hi, buddy. So right now we're just trying to find the place that we're staying at. According to Google, there's like no roads on this part of the island, so we're just walking on the beach in front of like all the little bungalows and small hotels, trying to, well, to find ours. Apparently this is where floaties come to die. I think this is Pikachu, but yeah. and pop a pig, and yeah. For some obscure reason, I'm still wearing my shoes, so I have to time the waves, which I didn't do properly. Now my shoes are wet. Dang it. Most of the accommodation we've seen so far, like little bungalows like that are literally like straight on the beach. And I think we're staying in something like that. I mean, we don't have like super high expectations. The reviews were like meh, but most of these accommodations, the reviews are meh. So if you don't have the big budget to stay at like the 6 cents or something like that, well, this is what we're working with. And to be honest, as long as there's AC and it's clean, like, I'm not picky.
Welcome to where we're staying. It's called Treehouse Bungalows. Looks like it's on a really nice spot. There's a breeze coming through, so let's go check them out.
So where we're staying, they have like 2 types of accommodation, like just like the normal bungalows on this side, which I think we're gonna stay in one of those, because the ones that I wanted were sold out. See, they have like tree house right there, straight on the ocean, which are super cool. There's only like 4 or 5 of those, and yeah, like I said, booked out. You don't have any tree house available, right? Just checking. In life, if you don't ask about what you want, you might never get it. So I asked for the tree house, even though it's more expensive, and online it seemed like it was booked. This guy's like, I'll give one to you. So we have one. I'm so happy.
Welcome to our treehouse, and we have the most beautiful breeze blowing through right now. It's absolutely amazing. There is AC if you need it though, which is a bonus for nighttime. It's super spacious. So we have a king size bed. We even have a seating area over here, little coffee station, towels and wardrobe. The bathroom in here, it is a wet bath, but I mean, that's fine. There's no issue with that. But look at this. I think I'm in love. It's so beautiful here. And again, that breeze is perfect. Now, I can see Long Beach from here, and then this side is White Beach, so we're on a bit of a point. And then the best part to all of this is the sun should rise here. We're gonna get up for sunrise tomorrow.
Keep your head up, keep your head up high. Keep your head up, keep your head up. Keep your head up, keep your head up.
So even though we are about 20 kilometers from mainland, you can still see the skyline of Sihanoukville at a distance, which is pretty cool. So it is about 12. We've been in like the room for about 2 hours because we love it so much.
Yeah, and like he was very nice. He was like, yeah, your room, you can just go in now. I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, we got upgraded and an early check-in. So these guys here are very, very nice.
Today.
Now we're gonna go see if their food's any good. Thank you so much. Ooh, there's pizza. We got a drink menu, we got a pizza menu, and we got a menu.
So they have a lot of food. We have the pizza menu, and then we saw pide. Apparently we've said that very wrong the last time we were in Turkey. But I think there's a Turkish influence, because even our welcome drink was some type of Turkish drink, which is great. But they have breakfast. Oh, we can have breakfast here tomorrow. We've got soup, sandwiches.
I mean, good news for us, because Turkish food is pretty good. It's a bit weird to have it here in Cambodia, but like, yeah, I'd get a Turkish pizza. This is kind of a struggle. I just wanted a Coke Zero, but beer is actually cheaper than a Coke Zero. Got our chicken wrap and sausage and cheese pide.
It was like the first non-Cambodian food that we've had in a bit, to be honest.
I love noodles, but this is great.
That's what I was just gonna say.
As soon as we received our food on the table, we made a new friend. Oh, you're such a good boy. How's the pide?
I'm very good.
Food was really good, but now we're gonna go put our bathing suit and go walk around a little, explore, you know?
Okay, so we're gonna film a little bit more of the resort. So here is reception and the restaurant and the bar, but I see a pool in the back, so let's just go. So basically all the beaches are connected to one another. That being said, a lot of like the hostels and resorts are on the beach. So it's weird because you're walking through other properties, but it's just what everyone does. So you get to see the properties as you go.
Because there's no roads. So the two most popular places on the island is Long Set, which is a beautiful white sand beach that way, and then Ness. Ness is like a hostel slash beach club that every night kind of turns into some sort of like a outdoor club. But yeah, we're too old for that. You guys know, we go to bed at like 8:30, so there's no partying in our lives. The lack of infrastructure is kind of fun if you ask me. Like,
I love it.
yeah, I love it.
It feels so much more raw, islandy, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't worry, in a few years, more tourists will come and we'll ruin it. See, this is where the DJ's at for the night parties.
So while doing the research to get here, I heard that Long Set Beach is kind of like the best, biggest white sand beach that there is on the island. And I have to say, it doesn't disappoint. We just made it here, and we're gonna get in the water finally because it is hot.
The temperature of the ocean is so nice and warm. Oh, I just realized I have my cell phone in my pocket. I probably should go back. In terms of beach destination, Cambodia could be it. I mean, like, the beaches are beautiful, white sand. In between, there's a little bit of garbage, but like when there's actual beaches, they're very well maintained. The water is pristine. It still has this raw island feel. I mean, I'm a big fan, and it's much more affordable than a lot of other popular beach destinations around the world, like the Maldives. Back at the pool where we're gonna relax for a couple hours because it's really nice. Pool there, ocean there, bar there, my wife there. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
It's pretty great if I'm gonna say so myself.
So we had lunch at the restaurant at our hotel. So the food was really good, but because we're a true adventurer, well, we're gonna go try another restaurant.
I just feel slighted because we only have like 2 nights. So I just want to try different places because there's a lot of cute spots.
We're here for the full experience, the full island
by.
experience.
So as you keep walking, there's just more hotels, restaurants, and bars. Actually, now that I think about this, when we walked across this, the tide was in. So this is where you get your feet wet, not too far from here.
I'm not judging, but we're pretty sure that those kids there at the table, they're playing beer pong, but with water.
Keeps them entertained.
we're building their skills for when they hit 18, you know? By the way, there are 0 ATM on this island, and most places, if you want to use your card, they do accept it, but they charge you an extra 8%, which is a lot. So make sure to like bring a lot of cash with you before coming to the island. So we live by Google reviews. Every time we go to new places, a new country, we just walk around, look at restaurants, look at their reviews, and then just pick one of the best ones. So we just arrived at Ocean Blue Bar. They serve everything from pad thai to sandwiches to pizzas. Of course, have all the drinks. And to be honest, on this island, if you see anything over a 4 out of 5, it is very high. Most of the restaurants are like low 3s. This one is like a 4.1, so we'll see if it lives up to the hype. And just as our food arrived, a friend arrived too, just like at lunch. Otherwise, I got the panini, chicken panini. Tracy got some fried noodle. This was like $2.50. Tracy was like $3.50. The portions are not super big, but it's also like very cheap. So I'm very good.
It's like average.
I think I'm gonna get a little smoothie for dessert, and I really don't know which one to pick between the pineapple one. There's the avocado and Oreo, like the cookie, I guess. So I ended up with a mixed fruit. There's probably a little bit of pineapple and avocado in it. Very good. So tomorrow is a day of exploring, but for tomorrow to happen, well, we gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
So see you in the morning. Good morning, slept pretty good, and I'm very excited to go explore this island this morning. Oh, I'm losing my sunglasses. This is how excited I am. First, we're gonna go get breakfast, and then we're gonna go get a very, very fast scooter.
Scooty. So change of plans, because actually our bungalows, they can rent their own scooters. So we rented from him, and now
10
we have our
bucks.
scooter,
10 bucks for the full day, gas included.
and
Pretty
we're
good deal.
gonna go for some breakfast because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
She got a little quirk.
It's been like 5 minutes. We're already kind of lost. We're trying to go there, but there's no marked road on this island. So yeah. Plus, like, we're going a massive hill with big rocks. It's a bit tricky, and when we're both on it, it's not always powerful enough. So I'm gonna bring it around.
Made it. Okay, so yesterday we found a place that had breakfast burritos, obviously for breakfast. But then I saw a thing that had like eggs and baguettes. So we finally made our way into town. We took a very long detour because technically from our resort you can walk on the beach straight into like Koh Tao, I think it's called Koh Tauch. But with the tide being in, we can't get the scooter through because of the water. So we took a 15-minute detour up and around roads that we weren't sure were gonna take us here, but no worries, we're here. So now off to breakfast because I'm hungry and I need a coffee.
For $3, nothing wrong with that.
So breakfast was good, basic, but that's exactly what we wanted this morning to fill us up. But I did see something yesterday on a sign that said cinnamon rolls, and if you buy a cinnamon roll, you get a free coffee. So I'm hoping they still have some left. There is currently still a line out for it. And then David, of course, wants a smoothie. So we'll see. I don't know why, but this one didn't come with a free coffee. She said this one, no free coffee.
Well, this feels like false advertisement because it literally says free coffee with cinnamon roll. But apparently not that one.
It's as big as my face. I would say it's actually really good though.
It'd be better with a coffee though.
Yeah.
So bellies are full. Now we're gonna try to go see the Koh Rong waterfall, something I've seen on Google Maps. But just remember, there is no official road on this island. So we know the general direction of the waterfall. Let's see if we can make it. That sounds like an adventure. Okay, so what are the chances? We went through a village where there was a road back in the days, but apparently this road is not there anymore. But again, what are the chances? A guy there spoke French. I speak French too, and he explained to me how to get to that waterfall. He says the road at first is he said. So we'll see. But now we have at least a little bit of an idea of how to get there. I think we found like some sort of a road. Like there's even a car, a police car actually. This is the first car we've seen on the island.
We literally just had to pull over on the side of the road and put sunscreen on because we are already frying. It's 10:50 a.m.
It was supposed to rain today, but I don't think it's gonna rain at all.
No.
Blue sky, big sunshine, love it. So cold, so cold. You know, yesterday when I said that like over tourism, like we just come as tourists and just mess up a place. Well, right here beside us, they're actually building an airport, which, don't get me wrong, is gonna be really good for the local economy, I'm sure. But at the same time, like the island is gonna lose a lot of its identity because with the airport, what's gonna come? More hotel, malls, big restaurants, big chains and everything. So yeah, come to this island before the mass tourism. Make it to the waterfall yet because Tracy's hot and this beach is beautiful. So we're gonna go get cooled down a little bit. It's
off?
really, yeah, cooled off. That's what I was looking for, cooled off. It's really hot around here.
Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not?
So this was a well-needed hour into the ocean. This place is called Soksan Beach, and it's like away from the main village where all the ferries arrive. So because of that, it's empty. There was like, including us, 6 people on the beach while we were there, which was amazing. The color is beautiful, just beside the little village that we're gonna go check out next, because hopefully the waterfall is just on the other side of it. So, all aboard.
So I was planning to just ride in my bathing suit. But we forgot that it's black, the moped, sorry. So because of that, I can't get on it right now because I'm gonna burn my skin. Even now, it's gonna be hard for the short.
Yeah.
But
This looks like a stovetop.
it is a stovetop.
Just this felt like an adventure of its own. Woo! Every time we're like on a road and then we're like, are we supposed to be here? Let's go a little bit further. Let's go a little bit further. We're not supposed to be here.
And then every time we end up turning around.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so this is as far as the scooter can go on this unknown, unmarked road. And from what I can see on Google, like the waterfall should be a couple 100 meters in front of us, but I don't hear anything. I have a good news and a bad news. The good news, we found the waterfall. The bad news, there's no water coming down the waterfall because it's dry season. Yeah.
We spent all morning. We literally started at 8 a.m. and it's 12:10.
Should be coming down there. That's a dry rock if I've ever seen one.
This is one of my top travel moments ever.
Yeah. This is an epic moment. It comes all the way from there, goes all the way to those rocks there, but not now. That's probably why we're alone here.
I haven't laughed this hard in a while.
I guess we're gonna go get some lunch now. Can you hear the waterfall?
So much water.
Are you guys ready for some scooty off-roading extreme sports? Let's go. That's a big hill.
Let's ride, let's go. I'm gonna shake it till you can't no more. So high, so low. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go.
So while we're still in the same town, after our beautiful waterfall, we decided to stop at the restaurant here because it has an amazing view. You're right on the beach and the breeze is coming through. Found some shade, and then we'll get back on the road.
This town and this side of the island in general so far is so much better because it's not full of people everywhere. Like it's so much more quiet and has more of a like little village feel kind of thing instead of a massive like tourist town. We both got beef fried noodle. It looks so good. Like we've been eating these kinds of like fried noodle and fried rice like a lot because it's just the best. This is really good and it's like $3 a plate, so no worries with that. Thank you so much. So that was the Three Brother restaurant. I highly suggest it, to be honest. It was super good, authentic food, like 10 out of 10.
So we just made it to the complete other side of the island, and right now it looks like we're going through a little fisher village. Looks really cute. There's some restaurants. It looks like there's a couple little guest houses around. Just people running around. So good.
It's a beautiful island. I'm a big fan. You're gonna be fine. So like these are your brakes, front and back. So just, you know, use them like a bicycle. That's your gas. If anything happened, just release the gas, right? There you go. Right now we're thinking about when we go to Vietnam in a couple of months to rent like more powerful scooter and kind of like cross the country, but Tracy's never driven any kind of scooter, motorcycle or anything like that. So we just wanted her to like, you know, try it a little bit in a safe environment where there's like nobody around, just so she has a feel.
Okay,
that's it? You're done?
Yeah.
For today?
For today.
Okay. That was such a fun day.
It was.
Even though we didn't see the waterfall. Well, we saw it, but
that, to be honest, that's what made it even funnier. Not gonna lie.
definitely if you come to Koh Rong, like it is so worth it to rent a scooter,
Go to
just
that
go
beach that you
around,
said,
get
that little
lost.
area?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That was good.
Overall, I highly suggest if you come to Cambodia, come to the island. It is beautiful. It's just the water, the beaches. It's just it's great. I have no
It's
words.
amazing. It really is amazing. Oh, and all the links for like the tuk-tuk, the activities, and the hotels, everything like that are in the description below.
So tomorrow we are going back to mainland for one night and then back into Tuk-tuk.
Yep.
And the next one is gonna be back in the capital for some food. Weird food.
Your
You don't want to
favorite.
miss that. So even though we've been here in Cambodia for a few weeks and tried a ton of food, well, tonight we recruited a local food guy, Visal, who's gonna take us around and make sure that we didn't miss anything. So we're gonna try a bunch of authentic food and some a little bit more adventurous.
Something that I probably am not gonna try.
Come on, just the leg, you got this.
It's called Phnom Penh, so that's the name. It stands for Khmer Noodle Shop.
Okay.
So very straightforward.
Oh, thank you very much.
So first up we have Phnom Penh, which is noodle soup basically. Well, not noodle soup, just noodles. We have this one here, which is the fish one, and we're gonna try a second one after that. But let's try it. Trying to get a bite with everything, which always falls off. That is really good.
How was our pronunciation?
It was fair. It was
Yeah?
great.
Okay, perfect.
So people would understand if they know Phnom Penh is.
Okay.
If they don't know it, they
Fair
might not
enough.
understand. Yeah.
Good job.
I'm like a terrible pronunciation person, so yeah.
This is really good. And this restaurant opened over 30 years ago. Every single day they sell these noodles like there's no tomorrow. Over 150 kilos every single day. I love fun facts.
I know you do.
The second one is a curry base. This one is definitely my favorite.
So that was stop number one. They're both really good, but I do have to agree, the curry is absolutely top notch.
Don't forget your beer.
Got it. Also, we need to go around in style, so we have it done.
Stop number 2. Thank you very much.
Okay, so next up we're having two dishes. One is like a coconut rice cake ball, and it's served with fish sauce, but there's actually spring onion inside as well. And the other one is more like a crispy pancake with like protein and bean sprouts inside, and that one is served with a peanut sauce. So let's go dig in.
I love the fact that they're actually cooking on wood fire instead of gas for or just a more even distribution of heat. It's just a better way of cooking.
And this is where we're gonna eat. To be honest, I love these little roadside restaurants. They're amazing.
These chairs are just the perfect size. Whoa.
Okay, the num krut has arrived, and this is the sauce. Okay. This is obviously for the pancake.
We're about to eat them, but they're just out of the fryer pretty much. And after looking at him burning all his mouth, we decided to wait a few minutes.
That would be really good. Still hot, but very good.
Put some of the minced and veggies here.
Don't forget your...
Oh yeah, I forgot that part.
And then our protein is ready to add.
That's pork or chicken?
Yes, minced pork and chicken.
Oh,
same,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
This is our amazing roasted peanut sauce. Then just have the big bite, or can
Perfect.
have bite 2 times.
Peanut sauce. That's really good. The peanut sauce is like perfect. I'm a fan. You're much better at this than I was.
I don't think so.
I was the first one doing it. I was stressed. That was very ladylike.
You're right, that sauce is perfect. Wow.
Back to the tuk-tuk, and I was told that the next food item is something exciting / exotic, adventurous. I'm excited. Tracy's not excited.
Let you try. This is Juju beef plum. I coated with salt and sugar.
Oh, okay.
That's really good.
Different?
It is different with the salt and sugar.
It's a plum with salt and sugar. Interesting.
It works.
That was not part of the food tour. The lady was just very nice. So we are just here at, what's the name of the place? Carpet. This is the most famous insect shop basically in the city. The guy who owns this kiosk actually became super famous a few years ago because obviously like this is the best place to get this kind of food. So we've got tarantula, we've got frog, silkworm, water bugs, shrimp, dried fish, and so many other exotic things. What's your favorite?
Everything else, I've tried everything. Yeah, the first two, the crickets and grasshopper.
That's too easy.
I mean, yeah, they're just beginner friendly and basic and tastes really great.
That's fair.
So then also the silkworm, but it's hard for foreigners and there's something squishy when you bite it.
So since we arrived, there have been so many people just stopping on their bikes and getting what they need and just keep going. Like it has been non-stop with a lot of adventurous food.
So that's crickets?
Yes.
Okay, take out the back leg. So this is like level 1. Tastes very nice. Like it's seasoned with like onions and oil.
Onion, stock powder.
If you can forget that it's a cricket, the taste is actually very nice. It's like eating chips.
Yeah. You could eat it like popcorn as well, watching TV.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
This one is bigger.
Level 2, number 2.
Same thing. If you can forget about it, it's totally fine. For me, grasshopper was harder than this. This I don't mind. It's chewy though. Oh well, I take it back. This one, when you bite in it, it just explodes in your mouth. This one is more mushy. So this is a cicada, and they're very hard to find because they breed only after 10 to 13 years in the wild. So this is basically a luxury food. Take that, champagne and caviar. Okay, it's very crunchy, not mushy in the middle, which I really appreciate. But yeah, pretty good. So you guys know I can eat pretty much anything, and there's not many food that I find challenging, but this one a little bit more. This is a tarantula. It is technically venomous. It is fine in this state. Our guide says that it tastes a little bit like beef jerky, but that sure sounds like a lie. I'm gonna start with a leg and we'll see if I can level up after that. This is harder. Taste is good. Yeah, taste is actually very nice. Crunchy, kind of chip texture. Kind of have the same texture as all the other bugs that I had, except the silkworm. That was something else. Can you eat everything? Start with the head. Okay. Would you like some too? You can eat that too? Oh my goodness. Head. In 3, 2, 1. Tastes the same. It tastes good. It's just mentally, it's very hard to eat a big spider. Tastes good. Okay, Tracy.
Yeah, just
You want to hold it?
Get a piece by yourself. Oh yeah.
Come on, just the leg, you got this. A tiny bite of the leg. I get it, the body, the head, that's hard, I get it. That's a leg if you'd like. Just a little bite. Yes! The taste is good.
It's okay.
I'm so proud of her right now.
But right now it's hard to hold
Body?
it because I'm eating it.
That's fair, that's fair. So fun fact about the tarantula, they are not farmed. That means somebody needs to go out there in the forest and get them out of their hole and collect them before cooking and selling them. So this is why they're pretty much the most expensive you can buy there. $2 every single tarantula. It's not that expensive when you think about it, but for here, it is actually quite pricey. Quite delicious, I have to say. The taste is good. But it's mentally very hard to eat a big fat spider. We brought you snacks. Very good. So I know in the North American culture it is kind of weird to eat bugs, but it shouldn't be, because when you think about it, bugs are much healthier and higher in protein than whatever meat we're actually eating in the Western world, but also much healthier to eat and snack on in front of TV than chips.
Okay, we are in our stop number 3. We are having our amazing crispy pork belly in breads, which is called Phnom Penh side. This one is more special since they're using only pure crispy pork belly with their bread and homemade saute and everything. And it's going to be served with papaya salad. This place has been open for many years in here. It is a typical family business starting from 6 in the morning till everything is sold out.
So we've tried something similar before, but not with crispy pork belly. And have you seen this pork belly? I mean, it looks perfect.
The crunch on that pork.
Perfect.
By the way, if you want to do this tour, we're actually doing with Urban Forage. So we're going to put their link down below in case you want to book it for yourselves. I mean, we're maybe halfway through and I cannot say enough good about it so far.
And ask for a guide, he's amazing. Next stop, Russian market. So we just made it to the Russian market. Now, why is it called Russian market? It's a very good question. It's a question I just asked like literally 2 minutes ago. Back in the 60s, Cambodia was known as a more neutral country. They were kind of in between communism and democracy. So there was actually a very large Russian community and they were actually coming to the market here to sell and buy a bunch of things.
Milk fruit and so not most part is edible, so you bite maybe this, like you can see this are the shell and this are the fruit inside, cover the pit.
That's good. It's super sweet.
It's sweet,
Like
yeah.
super sweet. Yeah. You want to try it? Super sweet, eh?
Yep. Yeah, it is sticky, but it's really good. It's like sweet, but not too sweet. The texture is a little bit mushy, but it has a very nice taste. So this place is actually called 88 Barbecue. People come from all around town to eat their chicken, their skewers and pork ribs. Apparently, they're the best, and they're actually third generation. So their grandfather actually started this kiosk at this spot. Then their father took over, and then these guys just took over as the third generation. So I could start with something easy, like just a piece of pork, but instead I'm gonna start with these, which is anus, chicken anus. What's the hard part in the middle?
Yeah, a little bit.
Am I supposed to eat it?
Yeah, chew it.
Tastes like chicken. Just eat half of a butt.
I'll eat half of one.
Tracy's feeling adventurous tonight.
Basically just like a fatty chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the best part of the chicken? No, I prefer chicken wings, chicken breast, but it's there if you need it.
Normal piece of chicken.
Here's the thing.
Really, really good.
Better than a chicken butt. Hey, he had a good point though. Chicken butts, there's only one per chicken, so it's the rarest part of the chicken. That's good chicken.
Right?
Watch out, Texas. Chicken and pork ribs are solid 10 out of 10. Now we're gonna go back into adventure. Chicken liver. Like liver for me is just not my favorite taste. I don't mind eating it. It's very good for you. It's very healthy, but it has a very irony taste.
Yeah.
Tracy has been extremely courageous tonight, so now I'm just gonna do all the organs by myself, I guess. She ate half of a chicken butt, so there's that. This chicken gizzard, it's very chewy.
So I've had liver and gizzard before. For liver, not necessarily texture, it's more like the iron taste. For gizzard, it's the texture. Like that chewy texture it's kind of hard for me.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of barbecue here in Phnom Penh, but I have no trouble believing that this is the best barbecue in town. It was amazing. All aboard. So we just made it to a local restaurant called the 54 Restaurant. It's a place that people love to come for a drink after work. And we're gonna have a full meal here. There's live music, it's a good vibe. I would love to say I'm super hungry. I'm medium hungry right now.
Nope.
So even though we've been here for 3 weeks, somebody finally told me yesterday that every time you open a can of beer, you gotta look under the lid because sometimes, actually not sometimes, almost 1 can out of 2, you win another free beer.
Yeah, I think we've been throwing away a lot.
We've been throwing away a lot of free beers, I think.
So apparently the famous sauce that they do is here is pepper and salt. So actually, Kampot, the province of Kampot, is known for their pepper worldwide. But what you do is you take your lime and squeeze it in. Sorry, just trying not to put them everywhere. And then you make a sauce, and then from there, you dip your veggie, you dip your meat in, anything you want. The dishes that we have today, we have beef muklak, and then we have morning glory, which is a vegetable. We have prawn, so like shrimp with pepper from Kampot as well. And then we have fish omak? Amok, that's what it is. So we have fish amok, and as I like to call it, jumping chicken. Frog. One more that Dave's gonna explain.
Okay, the last dish is actually beef tongue, which is a little bit exotic on its own, but on top of that, the little things that you see all over, they're actually ants. So there's red ants on top of it, almost as a seasoning. So normally when you have ants on your food, you don't want that, but here you do. So we're gonna try that. So correction, on top of the tongue, there's actually ants and ants caviar, or also known as ant eggs. There you go. I mean, the tongue is very nice, tastes very beefy. The ants don't taste anything, but it's just extra protein. How's your jumping chicken?
Good. It's good.
So it's a bit loud in there with the music, but here are my reviews for the different things. Like my favorite was definitely the beef.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the frog was so good, so much better
Okay.
than what we've had on the road a few days ago.
If you saw me, like I actually went back and picked more pieces off it, and that's saying something for me. to be
That
honest.
really tasted like
It was
fried chicken.
really good.
Yeah.
Dipped in that lemon peppery
Yeah.
sauce.
And your favorite was the tongue with the ants, right? She didn't even try.
So we were asked if we have room for dessert, but for me, I saved my room for dessert. So I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can remember what is on this. So we have the crepe, and then we have like a sugar candy, which is almost like a candy floss type thing. We have fresh coconut, we have coconut milk, we have a sugar sauce, and toasted sesame as well. Am I missing? Nope, toasted.
You said coconut milk.
Oh, no coconut milk, no coconut milk. I don't know, but it's a ball of goodness. I like it.
It's like a sweet burrito. Tastes like very sweet with a hint of sesame seeds.
But it has like the soft and the crunch to it.
The lady here, if you come see her, she has a great dog that's really nice. He's such a good boy. Yes. He looks like the Doge dog. That's interesting, isn't it?
10 out of 10 dessert. Wild, a cocktail bar here, and the cocktails are really good. But the funny part is when you open it up, there's kind of like a graph of what drink would fit you. And every now and then there are certain things that Dave and I were like, we spend all of our life together, and this is why we're married, I guess. We both did the graph, didn't even tell each other we were both doing it. We both got the exact same drink, so we need to change it up. We both got Californication, but he's gonna get that, and I'm gonna get Alice in Wonderland.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay. Let's go. Thank you so much. Best driver. Thank you so much. Was a
Have a safe
pleasure.
flight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a good night. Now I gotta go remove all the tarantula between my teeth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we had a million subscribers.
Cheers. Well, let me tell you something. I ate a lot of exotic food in my life, but I've never eaten that much exotic food in one evening.
It's
free
also our
beers.
beers that we won.
There you go.
To be honest, I haven't seen a country eat ants. Yeah, I know
That's
that
fair.
I've heard of it, but like we've never been to
And
a
also,
country
a
where
lot
that
of countries in Asia, they have like those bug stall, but it's just for tourists. Here, they actually eat them, so like it's a real thing.
And it was such a different concept too to end up with like getting a nice cocktail.
Yeah. Overall, an amazing tour.
Yeah.
Super good guide. Funny driver.
Yeah.
I mean, would highly suggest. So Urban Forage, that's the company we use tonight for the food tour. 10 out of 10. We'll put their information down below. Check them out. It doesn't get much better than that in Phnom Penh, that's for sure. It's one of the best food tours we've done.
What was your favorite?
I love the exotic stuff. I'm so pumped that I ate a tarantula.
My two favorite were, okay, yes, I ate frog. That frog was actually really enjoyable. I have to put that out there. But my favorite was the bun, the pork belly in the bun.
Yes, that was so good.
And then the dessert.
Yeah.
The dessert for me was like
That was
actually
very
so good.
Anyway,
Yeah.
time for us to go to bed. And until next time, see you guys.
And the next one.